Hello everybody and welcome back to Hoot and Pantai. Now, I've got to confess, I messed up big time. So in the last episode, you might have spotted it, you might not. We basically ended the episode over at the new bakery / grain mill. It's a bit of a multiple one. And you might have seen that I sped up time a little bit to 120 to be able to just spawn out the last couple of pallets. Well, I forgot to turn the speed back down. So as I was going through and ending the episode, time was racing through the day. And because we're doing like 1 day months, meaning 1 day is 1 month in the game, that was my final month to be able to put my wheat back in the fields. And I didn't realise I ended the episode and I was tidying a few bits up ready to for the next episode, which is potentially should have been this one. And all of a sudden I noticed it going dark. I'm like, what's going on? And then I suddenly realised the time. And yeah, it got into night time. And that completely messed everything up. So I stopped the time straight away, back right down to literally like 0.5. I was like, what do I do now? Because there's no way to kind of reverse my mistake. So basically, what I said in the last episode I was going to do this episode, I had to do off camera. So I will just go through with you. We are in December at the minute, and I was going to fast forward through the winter because there's not much to do. But I want to just explain and do a little episode here. We've got things to sell. It's just, you can see, it's sort of just slightly snowing. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was gutted. So I have had to go in, and I had to do it night time. I had to go in and put wheat back in these fields. So this field was done. It's not a good episode to do it at night. It doesn't look good for the video, so that's the reason why I kind of went through. Did this, did that one, we got wheat back in them. I wasn't sure whether to put wheat in or not, but I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's do it because I need some food for the chickens. We've got enough, should get them through until this is ready. But I want to stock up, I want to make sure I've got plenty. I was also mentioning about this field as well. I'm still trying to work out what to do with this field. I think what I'm going to do, keep it as rice, but I'm going to use this one with the special machine, which is round here. This thing tucked in here. If we use that, we could go for 2 different types of rice. We'll go for that one and the normal one with the harvester. So I'm thinking if we use this one to flood it and use that special machine and keep that in here, it's smaller equipment, won't be an issue by the chickens. And then at some point when we can, we will look for a bigger field that we can make into another rice paddy like this. And we will use that one solely for a normal planter and the harvester, but on a massive scale. So really, our goal at the minute is just to sort of start trying to get some money. You can see the money's quite low at the minute because as I've gone through the past couple of months and greenhouses, mushrooms and bits like that have sold, I've managed to slowly start paying off that loan. I've got 90,000 left to pay. Not bad. But we have potentially got a silly amount of money over at the kind of sawmill area because all that's been put in storage, the bread, the concrete bags, the roof tiles, wood, chips. It's all been put in there. Now, a few little bits I have bought. This one, I just thought it'd be nice to have a water tank because as you saw last time, we've got goats now. So that is just a dedicated water tank for the goats. I know it's only a game, but I still don't feel right using the slurry kind of trailer to do, milk and water. It doesn't sort of seem right to me. I wouldn't want someone picking up some poop and then going, oh, let me go get you some fresh water with that. So we have got to change that. Hence why this is now been coloured brown. That is my poop only trailer. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I did go and get this again. This was something I was going to show on the last episode. What's potentially I messed up. This, again, it's a white trailer. I'm sure you can work out that's just purely a milk only trailer. It was a new mod that come out. I thought it looked really nice. Hooks onto tractors. Yeah, that's quite nice. So that is my milk only trailer. Nothing ridiculous sizes. Like I said, water one. I think that is it. I don't think much has changed. This thing has stopped at the minute because we have 1.86 million litres. Now, I did also make a little mistake in the previous episode when we collected all the straw from these fields. I put it all in here, and it's got 400 and something odd thousand litres left. But I also forgot I need some straw to go in the cows, or, help them make manure. Yeah, I might have made a little mistake on that one, because I dumped it all in here and I haven't got any. It's getting a little bit low, but I'm hoping, well, there's not much I can do, really. We're going to have just, fingers crossed, we can get through until I can actually get some straw. If I need to buy some, I'll need to buy some. Now, over at the goats use meadow. But because of winter time, I didn't realise the meadows died off. So the goats went hungry. So I have actually to buy some grass bales to feed them actual grass. So we need to remember that as well. Not had to do goats, so I'm not exactly sure what the crack is with goats, but I found out now. So yeah, I think we need to maybe get another grass field as well, just so we can make sure we've got enough for like hay, silage and so on. We could potentially use like corn and, obviously get a forage harvester and do it that way. So then we can obviously have some... I mean, I don't know. I think I have actually got a mod that will take like chaff and turn it into silage. So we could look at putting that down. It's just like a little shed. Maybe we could do that. But again, we need some more fields. So I think that's going to be the goal, is when I pay off my loan, everything here equipment-wise is paid for now. We've got mowers. Everything's paid for. It's not leased. So we should potentially be okay. And we shouldn't have to worry about buying any more big equipment. We've got a combine. We've got mowers. We've got everything. So yeah, I really do want to start getting like this field here. This was obviously withered, which unfortunately whoever owns this field, who is it, David? I don't know why he let it wither. The person who owns the field over there let it wither. We've got a field over here. I do want to try and get as many of these fields around us as we can, and maybe if we need to like split them up, because the big fields. I really do want to get this one down the back of us here as well. That'd be quite good. So yeah, that's currently how things look. Let's go and have a look over at the sawmill, shall we? Now, the sawmill has changed a little bit, because again, this is what I wanted to show in potentially what should have been this episode that I've messed up. So this is why I'm doing like a filler episode to just explain a few things. So, as you can see, well, for starters, that's the wrong way. It's changed. Now, the only reason it's changed is because we've got this whole area here for like sawmill and dairies and stuff like that. Well, this thing had to be moved a little bit, because it was well, initially tucked in right over here. So I moved it a bit into the middle, and that is actually now mine. So because I had to get rid of the building and delete it, obviously when I placed in the new one, it sort of bought it outright from my money. So I've technically gone and bought that, owned that, and now that is actually starting to produce us some milk, because we obviously, as you saw in the last episode, the buffalo had started to make milk, which a lot earlier than I thought they were going to. Now, already, just from what the buffalo have done so far, that is maxed out with how much milk, buffalo milk, it can take. Now, we can put goat milk in there. Goats haven't started making milk yet. But yeah, I own that now. So I did say in the last episode, or the one before, that I need to buy this. But because I deleted it and moved it and I've placed it down again myself, it has gone and bought it naturally, like I've added the building in myself. So we own that, it's running, it's maxed out. I do think we're going to need to get another one, because otherwise we're going to have so much milk, which we can sell on its own. It's still worth a good amount, just not as much as doing it into, buffalo mozzarella. That goes for 25,000 per pallet. So yeah, 210,000 for one of them buildings, so we'll have a look at that and see, maybe get another one, plonk another one in here. We have got enough room, as you can see, to be able to put a few in here. The sawmill's here, and you can see there's a bit of a gap next to the sawmill because I put this in. You're probably thinking, what the heck is this? Well, this is why this has been turned around this way, and as you can see, there's so much stuff in here. Look at all this. Kimchi, concrete. What were them again? Oh, rice cakes, that was it. Them really weird rice cakes. So much bread, and then wood chips at the back. I love how I can just walk in here, because none of this has got a collision white stored in here. Saves data. Great if you're on console as well, because it's technically not there until you spawn it out. Like that. And how much is in there? 284, we can do 600. This, again, it's just a bit of a gimmick, this is. It's another storage, holds 400 pallets, But it's, yeah, it's, oh, hang on, how do we open the door? I forgot how we open the door. That's a big, there we go. Again, it's just a bit of a gimmick. It's a refrigerated unit where we can put our eggs, and we have finally got one buffalo mozzarella. So again, like I said, it's a game. You know, it doesn't really make a difference. You could literally leave these outside. It's not going to affect. It's just more for the kind of like visual of having a chilled refrigerated unit in there. But again, it holds 400 pallets, so yeah, I put that in. I was going to put that in on what was going to be this episode. And if we need to, we have still got more because all this plot of land is owned by us. Well, it's available to use for the game. It's not technically owned by us. All these bits on here are owned by us now. Yeah, I think we should be okay. It's just going to be these things we might have to put some more in. But that currently, at the minute, is what everything's looking like. The bread has gone. All the bread's gone. It's in here. We now really, after all that explaining, we need to get to try and sell some of this because this time of year, everything's good. So where do we start? I think we'll start with the wood to the temple. That's going to be the best because I think that's the furthest away. I think some things literally go in this here. So whatever's the best price, and we will look. But obviously all wood has to go to temple. That is the best out of everything. It's not even worth looking at. I think the kimchi's good, but that's going to be just through them buildings there in that little tight like alleyway. I have just noticed all these are now coming back out level. Now, could that be a patch in the game that's been updated, or has the kind of storage mods been updated? Remember in the previous episodes, they all came out at a funny angle, and I said I couldn't work out why. Because it made them not like, you couldn't fit as many in. But look, they're level. Has that finally been fixed? Was that a glitch? I thought that was just a new way of doing it. This is so much better though. Keeping everything nice and straight and neat like that. You can fit everything in. So if we put the truck here, potentially it shouldn't come out any more than this. We'll go and load. And obviously everything's going to stack up quite high. Look at that. So neat. I've got a feeling that is it. We're maxed out already, but there's so much more to go. So let's go take this to the temple. I'm going to cut the journeys out because we have got to do quite a few runs. And it's going to be, basically this is what we can do at the minute. It's all selling, and I'm hoping before we end this episode, we should be able to buy some more fields. Fingers crossed. So, I'll see you at the temple. So, let's get this all in then. It's probably not going to sell because of the sort of the length. It's not all going to sell in one go, but we know it's going to want it all, so we'll just get it all through. Oh, we managed to get a complete figure. That wasn't bad. Now, 169,000, that's good. It means we can pay off the loan. From what I've seen, I've had a look at pictures to try and get a rough idea of what this should actually look like and how far we're away from completing it. Now, from what I can gather, we are miles. We're so far away. So it looks like this one is... It's getting there. It's on with the roof at the minute. We've also got a lot more of these. I don't know how many is actually on here. It will say in the settings menu. But there's quite a few of these. And I haven't stumbled across any more for a long time. If anybody's got any idea where they can point me in directions for them, please do share. But yeah, so we've got this one over here. That one's got to be done. It looks like it's just getting started. Also, apparently, there's this one here's got to complete. That one over there's got to complete. And then there's something what goes over all the entrance here. So we are a long way. We are like approaching, what are we now, episode 19. So yeah, we've got quite a way to go. I do want to keep this series going so we can complete the temple. So maybe I might need to try and get some more episodes out if I can. At the minute, we're doing them at the weekends, but it's... Not many people are watching them at the weekends. It seems to be more in the week. So I'm kind of wondering if I should be changing my videos so they're all in the week. Or maybe it's just what people have got used to. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments below if you would like the videos to go back into the week and not the weekends. To me, it doesn't really affect me at all. I just need to know what days are going to be best, so I can actually make sure that the videos are there and done in time. So whatever you would like, please do let me know. But yeah, I think I might need to try and get a few more of these out if I can, because we've got a long way to go. And yeah, it would be nice to get the temple done. Yeah, well, we'll see how things go. So let's go back then. Let's get another load of wood. Now, this truck is seriously overloaded. And you can see that it's not liking it. Although, I must admit, all the wood was loaded, like, automatically with the auto load. Basically, I got all the wood on, and then it was like the concrete and the tiles that I couldn't get on, so I had to like put them on manually. But it seems to be having a bit of an effect with all the wood. You can see the wood's all shifting. Luckily, I've got it here, nothing's exploded, but it's seriously heavy, and it just seriously wants to go over. You can see the truck really struggling to pull it up this little bit of a hill. So this is all the wood, everything for the temple now, concrete, tiles. Look at that, as you can see, it's just all moving. Let's just get it in here now before it does explode, and it does literally go everywhere. There we go. Beautiful, look at that. We're up to 525,000. My word. Okay, so I think I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go into the finances, and it says there, repay. We're going to repay all that 90 grand loan, and there we go. Nothing. We are done on loan. Let's go up to here. There we go. So 435,000 now. That is our money. That's it. No leasing fees. I've already checked. We've got nothing on lease. And we just pay back the loan. And we still got a lot more to go. So let's go and back to where the sawmill is and see what are we going to sell next. So the next thing to sell on the agenda is all this kimchi. Now there's 50 pallets of kimchi. And as expected, let's just go and double check, make sure that is all the kimchi. So what we've got left in there now, we've got wood chips, rice cakes, and whole wheat bread. 103 whole wheat bread. My word. So the kimchi and also the rice cakes, which is 17 rice cakes, are good at the farmer's market. Not sure yet on the bread or the wood chips. It seems to be that at the end of the year seems to be a good time to sell most of this. All this is like exceeded the maximum price. The kimchi, I think, I'm not exactly sure what it was per 1,000 litres, but the overall total price, it's like 3,000 higher than it should be. So, yeah, it's a perfect time to sell. We might as well. Got to sell it at the best time to get the most money. Sometimes the market prices do go up, even though it says, I think it was March was the best time to sell. But, yeah, sometimes if the demand's there, oh, God, this is heavy. That took a while to stop. If the demand's there, they're going to want it when they want it. So we're going to have to do this in batches because it won't fit into the triggers just a little bit there. So we're going to go and do that. And then we'll reload this back on again. Reloading it in the stacked format. So then obviously more of that's going to hit the trigger at the same time. There we go. And then just a little bit more. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so that is all that. Now we need to get back and we need to see rice cakes have got to come here as well. So I'll see you back here with the rice cakes. So our rice cakes are best here. So we've got all them on board. Let's go sell them. That lady's going to stand right there and she's going to get flattened right about now. 215,000 for rice cakes. Oh my word. I mean, that wasn't many. I think it was 17 pallets of rice cakes. Oh, that's some money. My word, okay. Well, we definitely need to look at getting a bigger rice paddy field and be able to put that in, do some rice, get more rice cakes. We can make rice cakes from both types of rice. I think the long grain rice was slightly less you get rice cakes than the other one. But the other one's obviously more highly qualified machines and stuff like that and takes a lot longer. So, yeah, I think we can get a bigger field for a rice paddy and do it with the planter and the big combine. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing. Alright, well, we've still got more to go. We've got wood chips and bread. And it seems like the best for them is literally that big sell point right next to the storage. So, yeah, that should be quite easy. So this is all the wood chips then. Everything that's on board now and everything what's on the floor. That's all of them. It's just bread what's left in there. But we still can't work out why. We've got a few more straps on the back of the trailer. Surely we could get a few more on there. But the autoload doesn't seem to want to go that far back. Although, even though when you do check the auto load out in the store, the box does show it'll go right to the back. But it doesn't seem to... Let me just try in case it needs to go a bit more forward. No, it just won't load anymore. Very strange that. You could get a little bit more on the back there. But anyway, we are literally going to be just turning here straight into this here. And obviously, I'm hoping this longer one should allow for a lump sum of selling when we unstrap. Let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, beautiful. 58,000. I mean, come on. It's not to be sniffed at, but it's still not quite as As good as you see the rice cakes and stuff. That was good. I'm really intrigued to see what the bread's going to be like. We're going to have the same issue with the bread here. We're not going to get it all on, so we're going to have to just do it in stages. And we've got a lot of bread. Ridiculous amount of bread, actually. Right, can we need to do these. Can we get these back on board? It seems like I've upset them. This sometimes does happen, and I don't know why with the autoload. It's like it won't take it on board anymore because they're already here. It's weird. Right, we'll see if we can try and get these on board anyway, and then bread next. So we managed to get the rest of these on board then. Let's go and sell them. Nice. 855,000. Oh, I just nearly backed into my sawmill there. Right, so we've got bread to go. I'm kind of wondering if we... Well, I know, I was going to say, do we wait? Because, I mean, surely this bread's going to take us over 1 million. But then, I don't really see a problem with that, do you? Yeah, let's just get some bread out. 103 bread. Wow, we can only fit 25 at a time in the spawn area. We're not going to get all them on here. We should get a good amount. Well, at least half of that, I would have thought. Let's go and load that. Stack them up, nice. Let's just go move the trailer away. Just so it doesn't get confused, and sometimes it can affect the auto load. We'll get another load there. Fingers crossed we should get a good chunk of these on. Actually, maybe not too much. Really. Let's just see. There we go. And the best place to sell... Well, the best place is actually the restaurant. But the restaurant's right at the top of the map, all up them really, really tight, small, windy roads to go to the restaurant. This here is just a little bit less. So this is so much easier. Oh my word, 254,000. 254,000 for bread. Oh, that's mental. Alright, well, let's just try and get... Can we get these on, or is the autoload going to be annoyed with me now? Yep, as I thought it was going to be. The autoload gets annoyed every so often. And I don't know why I've had to turn my keyboard on to sort of show, but you can see it just doesn't show. It's like it thinks it's still got something on. It's really weird. Every so often it'll be like, I just can't recognize to pick anything up. And I don't really understand why. But you can see it still says, it sort of still thinks there's something there. Maybe it is because going over that trigger point. As in, like, you know, the sell anything, I'm going over it and it's unstrapping. Maybe it doesn't think it's actually got rid of them. Maybe I'm better going to the side and unloading. And that would seem to work, because it worked as you saw at the farmer's market. But yes, every so often it seems that we have this bit of an issue where I can't seem to get things on board. And it's really weird. It just doesn't seem to want to come up as... It needs to tell me to load, but it's not. It keeps telling me to unload. Well, I'm trying to unload. You don't seem to want to work. I've tried dropping it. I've tried everything. We drop it, pick it up again. We'll like reset it. It's still saying unload. It's not saying load. Yeah, it's very, very weird how it keeps doing this, and like why it keeps doing this. I don't really know. Alright, well, we'll see if we can try and eventually get it back on board. So we finally managed to get there with the last bit of the bread. Then it did take, well, longer than I want to admit to, of trying to get the auto loaded to just recognise that it was there and let me load it. So yeah, it's really weird. But as you can see now, if we're going to have a quick look in here, it is completely empty. There's nothing in there at all. Everything's going to go into here. And we'll drive over again because it didn't make a difference about like how to unload it. It just took it all. Another 218,000. So at the minute then, we have 1.5 million in our bank account. That is just absolutely mental. Let's go put the truck back over here. Then there we go. We'll park it up there. I've noticed it needs a bit of a bath on here. Don't look at the state of this. Yeah, we need to bring our little our truck and not a little truck, a little ATV, and our jet wash down here. But I'm just still quite shocked, actually. I thought money was going to be tight, and I didn't realise all our stuff we sold was going to make that amount of money. What do we do now? Well, what I'm thinking is, because we've obviously got a lot of money now, I've already just said that this dairy is full and it can't take any more. And obviously the buffalo are making more milk. We're going to have goat milk soon as well. So I'm thinking of another one. And I was thinking if we put them sort of... I know it's weird, obviously, the dairy, the front wants to be on sort of show, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm kind of more thinking of, like, for ease. And obviously you can see on the side is where the pallets are going to come out, and then round the back is where milk goes in. So it's easy to be able to get around to be able to pick them up. Now we could try and do it so it's the other way. So we could do it like potentially to keep it the same way like that. So then you would like drop off on one side and then pick up milk on the back. So you see on there? So you pick up milk on the back and then drop off on one side. I don't know if that's going to be easy if we did it that way. I'm just thinking if it was the other way, it's only the button to get into the actual factory. So we could keep these closer because it's just we just got to walk between there if we need to, but we just go onto the menu, don't we? So we would have to drop this side, go around, drop the other side. It's a bit awkward to know what's going to be best to do. I mean, it's a £210,000, not mistake, but maybe that is going to be the better way. We're still going to have to come between the... Yeah, you know what, I'm going to go back to this way. Because we're still going to have to go between the buildings to be able to pick up the pallets anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. I might just do it this way. Does that look level to everybody? I'm trying to keep the one side of the building level with the other and so on. I think that looks okay. Probably going to be... Is it slightly out? Very tricky to know whether that is level or not. I think that's okay. We'll just come a teeny bit closer. That looks... I think that's level. Either way, it's going to do. We'll drop that in there. Are we? Yeah, there we go. Drop it in. There we go. Did I get that level? Oh, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah. So, obviously, we pick up the pallets around here and drop in here. And then, obviously, in the middle, like I said, we just need to get in the middle for if we want to go and activate them buttons to get into the production, but don't need to worry. Pick up pallets here. Drop off milk here. Yeah. Alright, well, there's another one of them, so we've got some more milk. I think now let's go and have a look at some fields, shall we? So what I'm just going to do, actually, before we get into the fields, because the fields are going to be the last thing, we're going to buy the fields. Not really much we can do with them at the minute. Wintertime, we can't really do anything with them, so we're just going to buy them, and then that'll be it, really. I'm just going to go over to here with my milk tanker. Have you noticed how many cows we've got now? Look at that. Now, the reason why it looks more than actually is in there... Well, no, tell a lie. There is 250 cows in here, as far as I'm aware. Is that what we got? Let's have a quick look on the animal menu here. We're going to here. Yeah, 250 is what we've got in here. Now, normally you don't get to see many cows in here because that's how the game's done. But there is a mod which has just come out, which I think is a PC-only mod, where you can press that, and it will say, well, how many animals do you want to show in your pastures? And at the minute, it's set to 70. So there's 70 water buffalo in here. There'll be 70 goats over there, 70 chickens in there, you know. That's what it's going to show. But I can go on here, and we can drop that right down. So if you want to sort of only show, like, say, one, you can. Oh, only one water buffalo in here. Yeah, that doesn't quite look right. But then, on the other hand, if we go this way and then just give it a second, it'll speed right up. We can go up to 200 is the maximum. Oh my word. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I'll be honest, I don't think we kind of really need to see 200. Or technically, I mean, there's 250 we do have, so that is close to what the actual number is. And if we go across here, we're going to have to watch these, because these have got... I didn't realise these have collisions on. Let's just jump across here. Yeah, you can... Oh, my word. Yeah, you can see that. To me, that is too many. It's nice to see a nice amount, but 200 is just too much. I seem to find that 70 seems to be a nice amount. You can click, like, recommended, and it says 50 is recommended. 50 looked a little bit low for me, so I kind of set it on 70. 70 looked pretty good to me. So back to 70. There you go. So there's 70 of them and 70 of them. That looks better. It's a nice amount without being a bit too over the top. So, yeah, that's a good little mod. If you are playing on PC, then do go and have a look at that. Right, let's try and get this now. Now, this tank is special. We have to remember to actually open the lids before it will let me fill up. And there is a slight little sweet spot you need to get this in. And let's open the menu up and it'll tell me when to fill. I know I tried before and I thought I was doing something wrong. There we go. Oh, it's just there. There's a little sweet spot. Start filling. Buffalo milk. We've only got 312 in here. It's not really going to be much. There we go. Close all them off. And just nip across the field here. It's not meant to, but you know, it'll be okay. So let's go take this over to our new production. And, well, we'll start that off, shall we? Because some money there. So, yeah, we'll go over to the new production, get this started. And then we'll finish off and go and have a look at some fields. So much easier just to come around that way than go around the tight bends. But I'm really looking for, like, maybe we might be able to get 2 fields. I really want this one at the back here, like from where our wheat fields are on the left, this one to the left, just approaching now what did have corn in. I think that could be a good paddy field. So, yeah, let's just go deliver the milk and then we'll have a look at them. Let's get this into here. We need to also open the lids again to be able to tip it, which is, I think, quite cool. Tip that in there. There we go. Close the lids again. Okay, let's go into the production. Buffalo mozzarella is what we want. Let's go and activate that. That's going to then obviously store. Obviously, we've got goat cheese we can make, but we've just got to wait for the goats to make milk. That one's full, as you can see. Yep, like that. So that's making what we've got now for buffalo mozzarella. We've got 0 on this one in a minute because obviously the time is quite slow. It's not the quickest thing in the world to do. But we are only set on 1 times. So, okay. I've just realised we've got another wood chips there. Look at that. Got a wood chips being made over here. And another concrete over there. I didn't actually see when the best time was for buffalo or eggs. Because in our chiller, we have got some eggs in here. What we got? 15 pallets of eggs. When were they good? Well, looking on here, eggs apparently are good now. You can see that if you look on the value in the middle here, all the markers that are green, they're all telling me that the figures are best now. So if you see the value now, it's 68,865. And if you look across to the right, maximum value, 67,000. So we're already well over what eggs should be. Just due to the market price. Obviously the demand for them is higher now, hence why. And they go in here. Do we? Do we sell them as well? I mean, it's nearly 70 grand again on top. But like, might as well. So this unit doesn't have the biggest spawn point, as you can see here. We only get a few eggs at a time. So if we bring the truck here and set it to auto, we have to go into the office here to get the eggs out. There's a good chance now the rest of them will go straight on. It says not enough to... just depends. It will spawn here. Oh, it hasn't. Yeah, the truck's not taking them on automatically, which I thought it might have done. Let's try and then do that again. Yeah, there we go. How many more eggs have we got in here now? Might as well get them all on board. What we got? 3 more eggs. Let's go and get them. Spawn them out. Eggs. There we go. Yeah. Now, I think we'll wait. I don't know when the buffalo mozzarella is. It might be good now, but I think we'll wait for that. And then we'll go and spawn them. Like, we'll wait till more of them spawn. And we've got a few more of them. But we've just got to wait. The dairies are going to be a little bit slow, so it could take a little while. It'd be nice to, instead of just selling one, it'd be nice to get a bigger amount. So as you can see, this is what's going in here. We've just got 1 in here at the minute. I'm not really sure if eggs, again, 50-50. Some people put eggs in the fridge, some don't. It really is personal preference, really. I was just kind of doing it for the game. It just looks a bit better. Definitely for the cheese, that needs to go in there. So let's get these on here. Sell these. 64,751. Now, I think that's showing a little bit lower than it actually said. Now, the reason for that, if you're kind of thinking, well, hang on, Krieger boy, that's not quite what it said. If we go and have a look on here, you see we've still got nearly another pallet of eggs, which we up where the chickens are, which is another 4,000. So that's why it's not quite all of it. Yeah, I don't really want a partial load going in there. So that is everything tidied up now. That is, yeah, reduced down. Money looks great. Let's have a look at some fields, shall we? The fields that I kind of want to go for. This one here. Obviously, this is withered. This had, what did it have in? What are them? Not 100% sure what they are. Are they red beet? Yeah, red beet it did have in. God, you imagine trying to harvest that. That would have been a bit of a nightmare. So that's one I would like. I'm thinking that could be a nice rice paddy because it's pretty sort of square, isn't it? And then we'll just sort of probably come up to the end here. I mean, we could potentially get it all. I can't remember. Do the rice paddies allow you to go like round bends or not? I can't remember. Or does it need to be square? If it does, we'll just cut it off there and leave that little bit left over. It's not a massive issue. This one here, I am kind of thinking would be nice to do for, well, just another field, really. So I really want this one here. Unfortunately, if we go and have a quick look again on here, none of these have got anything in. That's just been harvested. Because it's winter time, we're not going to have anything in these. But again, it's not a massive issue. So let's go ahead and buy that one. We'll have that on. I really want this one as well. But got to keep pressing the wrong button. I really want this one for a paddy field. So I'm going to get this one first. Because, I mean, we have got enough that we could potentially get that as well. If I click the right button. 477, 481. That doesn't leave us much. But then we don't have any loans or leases. So technically we could. Ooh, now what do I do? Do I get this as well? I might hold off because there's not really much we can actually do with it at the minute. Is there really? There's not really much we can do with that at the minute. And same with these, really. We can't really do much. Paddy field we can get in here. We can put that in. Maybe the farmer might actually put something in there. Oh, you never know. Okay, can we get back to the yard? Let's go and have a look then. So run across here. If we go and jump this. So here, this is ours then. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be an enormous paddy field. Now, it is slightly going up at the end here, but I think if we cut it off a little bit... But I'm going to have to speed up walking here. Now, I know this is like, when you look at it, it is a ridiculous size for a paddy field. But if you're going to use a planter and a combine for long grain rice, it'd be perfect. Just think how many rice cakes we can make. Yeah, maybe if we cut it off a little bit here. Might have to just come down actually and cut it off here. It needs to be kept pretty level. We've got to be a bit careful on that. It is quite a bit of a field to lose, actually. Maybe are we best then having the other field down the bottom here as the paddy field? Oh, we're going to have to really run for this. So we've got... There's this one as well. I mean, this one is pretty much perfectly flat, isn't it? If you look at the edges... Yeah, you can it's pretty much all flat here, apart from, is it just this little bit here? Yeah, literally that little bit there. So we could just come straight down here. Oh, it's gonna be tough, isn't it? Maybe we should have gone for this one then, because it's like literally just this. Keep it flat down here, this little bit on the edge here. Maybe we should get that as well. Have that as a normal field. Maybe that could be a cornfield. I really don't know yet. I just want more fields. Do we get this? Should we? Oh, this could be a mistake. We'll get it. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, what happened there? So we've got this one as well. I think if we turn this into a paddy field, that is going to be enormous. Will it work out, do you think? And will we be able to do it in 3,835? I think we might need to wait, but there's no real rush to actually planting out the paddy field because nothing we can do with it until April. There's nothing we can do with any of these fields, really. We can't really do much with anything over winter. But yeah, that'll be a good one for normal rice. That one over there for, you know, like long grain rice. Definitely need another grass field, but which one would be good for grass? Maybe something like this? What's this look like? Is this... It doesn't need to be too level, does it really? If it's... Yeah, this could be a nice another little grass field. Or, do we save that and look at getting pigs? Oh dear, there's so many things we could do. If you want to give me your suggestions, then please do. You are more than welcome to help along with this. But don't think you have to, you know, you can just sit back and watch what I do. A lot of these, like I said, I do plan, like I don't plan. I've got some ideas of things I want to do in an episode, and then things like this now, I'm kind of ad hoc in this. We're kind of just going with the flow. I haven't really got a plan for what I'm going to do yet. But I think for now, though, I think we'll leave this one here, and it's going to be good. We've got a lot of money, a lot of fields. Why has our money just jumped up? Oh, because we've gone across to the new hour, so greenhouses and mushrooms and all that have just sold. That was quite a good amount. Oh, yes. That would explain why there's some poop in there then. I wonder where the poop would come from. But that would explain that. Oh, and we got the BGAs making some money on the slurry and manure, so... Yeah, that was a nice income. So, we'll definitely be able to sort out the paddy field. I might do the paddy field off camera, because sometimes it can be a nightmare to try and get it all round and start again. So, yeah, I might go and just draw that out, spend some time doing that properly off camera. But it's looking good. If you want to follow me on this journey, I think we've got plenty more episodes to go through on here. Where are we going to go to? I have no idea. We're going to go to 50, 100? Don't know. We'll see. Hit subscribe, hit like, follow along, leave your comments below, and we'll see where we go with this and how much we can expand on this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.